Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to make another video for you talking about how I play Starlord in Top 500 or Eternity Elo. As you can see right now, I fell out of Top 500. I went on a pretty massive loss streak, but we're back to Eternity. We're trying to get back to Top 500. But I did want to show one game for you guys because I saw some of you in the comments said, hey, I want you to show a video of a more flanky playstyle and how you try to play Starlord when you're not playing with the front line. For example, if they're playing like a Namor from my other video, what can you do? How do you flank? How do you get an advantage when they're not playing anti-dive type characters? So without further ado, we're going to watch this game right here where I went 25-2 and MVP'd in an Eternity game. So I'm going to skip forward and show you guys the replay and talk you through all my thoughts during the game. Okay, so as we're getting into the game right now, one thing I do want you to know is that the crosshair positioning in the replay is off, so it's probably going to look like I'm a bot in terms of aim, but don't worry about it. This is going to be mostly about decision making rather than mechanics. So right now you can see I'm kind of playing the pillar. Always play cover. Try to move from cover to cover unless they're not looking at you. And right now, yeah, I'm just flanking the backline, annoying them. They're not even paying attention to me. I go in with my E, pressure the backline. Every time I use my E, I fly. And then I try to position myself to safety during the E. So I'm trying to do damage and get to safety. That way I don't die. But I turned around to help fight the supports with my Psylocke. And yeah, now my team actually ended up losing that fight. But as you can see, I was flanking, trying to pressure the backline, distract them. They ignored me, so I decided to get aggressive there. We ended up losing the fight, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Try to regroup with my team, of course. Try to do as much damage as I can without dying. Ended up getting blasted there by Black Panther. Did not expect that damage. So we're going to skip back to when I'm alive. That was one of my 2 deaths. Not good by me. I shouldn't have positioned there. Try not to be in the front line like I was there. Almost get blown up again. So I'm like, okay, cool. Mantis popped ult, so we're just trying to get in there, do some damage. I use my E during like Luna ult, especially when if both supports on both sides use ult. I use my E to just farm damage. Right now, all I'm trying to do is farm my ulti. The both supports have their ultimate, so I really don't have any kill pressure. So right now, I literally am just farming for my ult. And now my win condition is basically flank them with my ultimate. That's what's going through my head. I'm keeping track of the support ultimates, and I'm like, okay, cool. They don't have their ultis. Now I can kill them all with my ult. So right now I'm just trying to not die here, waiting for my team to come back alive. And it looks like they all came back. So I'm coming back to the fight. Waiting, ratting, trying to see if they push up a little bit. It looks like Magneto got a little too aggressive there and died. So I'm like, okay, free kill. And then now I'm like, all right, I'm going to pop my ulti, wipe them here, get the point. We really have to cap the point quickly. Boom, kill them all. Easy peasy. I don't actually remember, like, this game I thought was a lot more one-sided, but wow, we were actually struggling here to cap this point at the beginning. But right now I'm just shooting the tank, farming my ult, waiting for my team to come back alive, anybody who died. And right now, yep, we're just holding high ground. We're holding this choke point. Holding this choke point and high ground. Just pressuring the enemy, trying to deny them a lot of space with my team. They're committing ultimates and whatnot to take space back. That's all good. Push back, don't die. Keep pressuring, keep farming my ult, keep distracting. And so they can't really push on the point yet. So again, I'm using my E to distract them and to do a little bit of damage and farm my ulti. My support pops ulti. I'm like, all right, cool. We pop ultimate, so we basically win this fight for free. Right now, I'm just farming damage. Trying to peel the Black Panther off my supports because Black Panther can absolutely destroy your supports if they're not careful. So you want to be defending them. And with Luna and Mantis in the game is pretty slow because of their defensive ultimate. So we pop Luna ult, we pop Mantis ult, and as you can see, every time one of my support players pops an ultimate, I try to get aggressive with it. And if both supports pop their ultimate, I just try to do damage and farm up my ults. Because nothing's going to die if both Lunas pop their ultimate. So, yeah, we're just farming up damage, getting our ult. Boom, we have ult again. But if I pop my ulti here, I'm actually going to pause it here for a second. You won't know because this isn't my stream, but on my stream when I played this game, I communicated with my Venom. I said, hey, Venom, can you dive the Luna, maybe even pop ultimate? Tried to bait her to use her ultimate. That way I could wipe them. So my Venom said, bet. So what you're going to see my Venom here do is, because I communicated with him, and this is what you should be doing if you want to win, communicate with your team. Tell them, hey, we need to get that ultimate out so that I can wipe the team. So my Venom here is, you're going to see him dive the Luna, and he's going to get her ultimate out here pretty soon. So as they approach, you're going to see Venom, boom, dive in, boom, like clockwork. Luna pops her ultimate in panic, and then Venom's out. And he didn't even pop ultimate. So now all we're doing is surviving. I tell my team, hey, just survive, don't die, don't die. Magneto died on accident, but it doesn't matter. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to wipe them with my ultimate. Poor little Timmy boy died. I'm just looking for any squishy target to kill. Boom. And this game went from being kind of looking unwinnable to being winnable. Just because, you know, I communicated with my team to say, hey, we need to bait the enemy out, play around my ultimate. And Starlord's ultimate is a very good win condition you need to play around. But in order to get value out of his ult, you need a bait cooldown. So communicate with your team to help bait cooldowns. Let's get forward. All right, cool. We're going high ground here. Again, you're going to see me just pressure, poke, try to see what I can do here. The moment that they push out into the open, I'm trying to counter dive here. The enemy dives my team, so I try to pressure them a little bit. But then the moment that, you know, everybody's distracted, I go for the supports, right? Because if the tanks are distracted and the enemy DPS are distracted, I can go on the enemy supports and try to get a pick like you saw me do right there. I helped kill both supports. We wiped them pretty cleanly. And right now, again, every time we wipe them, I try to pressure, try to get a little bit of damage to farm my ultimate as soon as I possibly can. Right now, hopefully we can bait out a support ultimate. Unfortunately, my Psylocke exploded to the Black Panther, as what happens half the time. So right now I'm taking an off angle away from my team, and we're popping ultimate, so this is my cue in the game to be like, all right, we popped ult, I'm gonna go for any squishy I can while we're basically immortal. And they pop Mantis ult, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna farm damage. I do think I die here, but that's all well and good. So boom, I'm keeping track in my head, boom. One support ult down, okay? We need to get the other one. And I believe I tell my Venom here too, like, hey, we need to get that that Luna ult out again, buddy. I'm gonna need you to kill him, or to bait him to use his ultimate. I dodged. Black Panther got a little greedy there because one of us got picked, and you couldn't see that right there. But I dodged the Black Panther ult with my right click, and then now you can do something like I'm doing here, which is if the enemy's like kind of pushed up and pressuring my team, I'll go on to point to bait them out of holding my team. So I baited the enemy team out, and we got the Luna Snow ult out. So I'm thinking in my head, do I want to pop my ultimate here? I don't know. I don't pop my ultimate here because we were already winning the fight. So right now what's going on in my head, I know Mantis used ult, Luna used ult. Now my ultimate is a guaranteed win condition for the next fight. So let me recap while we're waiting. Baited the enemy team to get out of the choke point, to stop holding my team prisoner in our spawn, bait them out into the open, and then we were able to fight on even footing, and we're able to win. So now I'm ratting right here behind this pillar, and I'm telling my team, hey, pocket me, I'm gonna pop ult, I'm gonna win this fight, let them come out into the open. So I'm like, boom, okay, bet. Popping my ultimate, Venom goes in to help distract them. Unfortunately for me, all of them didn't come out, but I'm like, all right, cool, I guess I'll just go for the tank because he's the only one out in the open. I'm like, cool, we got a pick, or we actually got 2 picks, and now we're up a player. So my ultimate, even though I didn't kill like 3, I mean, we win the fight, right? And now we're staggering them. So even though we only got 1 kill with our ultimate, I mean, that's all you really need, right? You kill one, the fight's basically over if they have nothing. So now we're like, okay, pressure them. Don't let them push out. Don't let them push out. Push into their spawn if we have to. Do not let them push out of their spawn so they can't touch point, and we automatically win. So even if we die here, it's worth it because we're stopping them and slowing them down from touching point. And boom, just like that, we win the game. So what are some key takeaways I could give you guys as a general recap? 1, wait for your team to distract the enemy before you dive. So wait for the team the teams to clash and then go for the backline when everybody's distracted. Always try to be pressuring an off angle away from your team to add another point of pressure that the enemy has to worry about. Keep track of the enemy support ultimates and try to communicate with your team, even especially if you have like a dive tank is really good at baiting out support ultimates. So if you have like a Venom or Thor, communicate with them and say, hey, can you bait out the support ultimate? Like dive them, pressure them, and get the enemy to use their ultimate. The Luna, for example, with my Venom, get her to use her ultimate by using your weak, really shit ultimate to bait her to use hers. And then I can wipe them. So you saw me do that multiple times in that game. And then other than that, make sure you're, pressuring off angles, playing around health packs, and you'll see me do that a lot. I'm always conscious of health packs around the map. So one thing to keep in mind is while I am pressuring, you don't want to force your supports to have to heal you because it'll be distracting for them. And one thing you'll notice, I'm sure a lot of you who play support, I play support as well. When your team is taking a lot of damage, it's really hard to keep everybody up without dying. And like if you're healing the DPS and you're not healing the tank, and your tank might fall over. So if you're playing DPS, try to be as self-sufficient as you can, because every moment your healer isn't focused on healing you, they're focused on healing other people, which keeps them alive. Meanwhile, you're playing Starlord, you have a lot of mobility, so use that mobility to play around health packs and to be distracted. But yeah, that's kind of the general recap I would have for you guys, but hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot, guys. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm out.